What's good, everybody? It's your boy UncleSamsReject here, and in today's video, we will be discussing Kyler Murray being expected to declare himself eligible for the 2019 NFL Draft. Let's go ahead and take a look into what that really means. Will he be choosing baseball? Will he be choosing football? What does it mean for the Oakland A's? And most importantly, what does it mean for Kyler Murray?
What?
All right, guys, so we know that this doesn't necessarily mean that Kyler will choose football over baseball. I feel like this is more like him testing out the waters, seeing where he stands in the draft process and everything like that. He's expected to be a first rounder, early second rounder. You know what I mean? He could be a blessing to a lot of quarterback needy teams. I don't think he was necessarily expecting to play as well as he did this season, but of him, of course, winning the Heisman Trophy definitely elevates his name, you know, in his draft stock and everything like that. But many would suggest that Kyler is a better baseball player than he is football player. You know, and declaring for the draft doesn't necessarily mean that he will have to reject his $4.6 million signing bonus with the A's outright. But it certainly increases the chances that the Oklahoma quarterback will decide to go pro rather than play baseball. Now, contractually, it's not a big deal. One source says, you know, with knowledge of the situation, there's no harm in doing so. Should Kyler opt to enter the NFL draft, the real question won't come until February 15th, when the A's position players are scheduled to report to Mesa, Arizona for big league camp. Kyler did get the invite to big league camp, so they do think highly of him. Of course, he was the 9th overall pick in the draft, you know, and then with him supposed to be reporting to camp February 15th, the scouting combine, you know, starts February 26th. Any high round hopeful would be expected to attend this combine and everything like that. And Kyler would have to make his decision between football and baseball then. The A's have already said that he cannot play both, you know, football and baseball. He has to make that decision. The only bad thing about that is Kyler is leaning more towards football. You know what I mean? He's a Texan, so more than likely football is going to be his first love, his passion, everything like that. And if he does choose to play in the NFL and doesn't play baseball, of course, he will have to return, you know, a portion of the signing bonus. But the bad thing for the A's is they will not receive any type of compensation for this pick if Kyler fails to sign and play baseball. You know what I mean? It's definitely a huge problem. Not getting that pick back would be really bad for the organization. It's basically like they threw away that first rounder. But let's look at things from Kyler's perspective a little bit. You know, football is clearly his first love and his passion. Another thing, you know, as a person who played college baseball, people don't realize, you know, but beyond the injury aspect of between baseball and football, baseball isn't necessarily the safest choice. Kyler Murray could potentially not even make it into the big leagues. He could play, you know, A-ball his whole entire career, never make it out of the minors. You know, maybe he can't hit a curveball that well. Maybe, you know what I mean, he goes through a super hitting slump. Maybe he doesn't feel that well. Maybe he gets hurt shagging a fly ball in the outfield, and that will really, you know, deter his stock there as a center fielder that they want him to be. And you know, if he goes to the NFL, he'll immediately be at the top level. And then another thing about baseball, you know, you have to grind your way through the minors, and then once you get to the big leagues, you have to wait 6 years before you can actually cash out. You know what I mean? So, you know, you go through arbitration and little things like that. You get the little baby contracts until 6 years into your deal. You finally can cash out and get that big deal. And, you know, when you look at football, Kyler, you know, after his rookie deal on his second contract is where he can, you know, potentially cash out. And the good thing about him playing quarterback, he's at the one position where he could potentially make that money back, you know, in the NFL that he would have made in the MLB. Now, you know, one of the things about it is Kyler is listed at 5'10", 190. That is a concern. He's a little bit small, but a lot of NFL execs and GMs really love him because he does have the big arm and just flat out sheer athleticism. And, you know, the way the NFL is going, the game is getting faster. They need more mobile quarterbacks and everything like that. A lot of things he's able to do in baseball really helps him in football. So just like you guys, we're going to have to wait and see what it is Kyler, you know, is going to want to do. I'm not mad at him because, you know, a man with options, you know what I mean, is a scary thing. He put himself in this position to have these options. He bet on himself. He asked the Oakland A's could he actually play football, you know, one season at Oklahoma. They granted that for him. He showed the nation, the world, that he was one of the best quarterbacks in the nation, and he's definitely one of the top quarterback prospects in the draft, if not one of the most intriguing draft prospects there is, period. This dude can completely, transcend your team. He's electrifying. He could probably make big plays. It's really going to be fun to see where he ends up. Now, me as a baseball fan, I would love to see him become like the second coming of Mookie Betts and be one of those next great black outfielders. Definitely love seeing a lot of black baseball players. But on the flip side, you love seeing black quarterbacks do their thing as well. So, you know what I mean? We're just going to have to wait and see, and it should be fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, stop and smash that like button. Hit me up in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're new. It's your boy, Uncle Sam's Reject, arcadegames.com. I'm out of here. Peace.